Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel Arunodayam Creations. Today we are going to learn one more topic of tissues from class 9 biology. Are plants and animals made of same type of tissues? Are plants and animals made of same type of tissues? Let us know or let us find out whether they are same or not from this topic. Okay, first, there are so many noticeable differences between plants and animals. Plants and animals have so many differences. So for our convenience, I have made one tabular form in order to show you the differences. First, plants are stationary or fixed in nature. Plants are stationary or fixed in nature. They are immobile. They cannot move from one place to another place. They are stationary. Whereas animals move around in search of food, mates and shelter. So animals have to move from one place to another place in search of food materials, in search of partners, in search of shelter. So their lifestyle is stationary in nature and their lifestyle is a locomotory in nature. Okay, so the type of tissues present in plants and animals are also based on their lifestyles. Okay, these plants are stationary in nature, no? So they have particular type of tissues which will help in their stationary lifestyle. And animals are movable in nature. So these animals have the tissues which will help for their locomotion. Next, plants have a large quantity of supportive tissue with dead cells to be upright. Usually plants are upright in nature. So in order to be upright, they have a lot of supportive tissue. Which supports them to stand erect. And this supportive tissue will be made up of dead cells. Whereas in case of animals, they have tissues with living cells. Why? Because animals need so much energy to perform their daily activities. Already we have discussed it in first point. Animals will move from one place to another place for food, shelter and mates. So for all these activities, they will consume more energy. They need more amount of energy. In order to produce energy, their tissues have living cells. We know that cells have some organelles like mitochondria. The mitochondria will help in oxidation of food materials and release of energy in the form of ATP, isn't it? So for energy, the animals have most of the tissues with living cells, whereas plants have tissues with dead cells. Next, growth in plants is limited to certain reasons. In case of plants, the growth is limited to only certain areas. But in case of animals, the cell growth is more uniform. It is not confined to any point. In animals, the growth is uniform. All the cells grow in a particular uniform manner. Next, some tissues in plants divide throughout their life. In case of plants, the tissues will divide throughout their life. In plants, some type of parts will grow throughout their life. So based on the dividing capacity, the tissues in plants are divided into two types: growing or meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Understand? In case of plants, some tissues will divide throughout their life. That means some parts of the plant shows growth throughout their life. So based on their dividing capacity, they are divided into two types of tissues: meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. But in case of animals, there is no demarcation of dividing and non-dividing regions. There is no demarcation. Already we said that cell growth is uniform in nature in case of animals. So here also no demarcation. There is no distinction between dividing and non-dividing cells. Dividing and non-dividing cells. All the cells are uniform in nature. So these are the differences between plants and animals. So based on their lifestyles, the tissues are present in their body. That means obviously the tissues of plants and animals are not of the same type. They have different types of tissues which will help for their daily activities. Next, structural organization of organs and organ systems is more specialized in animals. In case of animals, organs and organ systems are more complicated in them, more specialized in them. Do you know cells, which is a fundamental unit of life, cells, group of cells with the same structure and same function forms tissues. Already we learned it from previous video. Group of tissues having same structure and same function together produces organs. Group of tissues with same structure and same function produces organs. And group of organs with the same function forms an organ system. And group of organ systems forms an organism. For example, we have kidneys in our body. Kidneys have so many cells called as nephrons. These nephrons together produces tissue, and so many tissues together produces kidney, an organ. Kidney along with ureters and urinary bladder produces organ system. Kidneys, urinary bladder and ureters, all of them have same function. All these are organs having same function, that is purification of blood. So all of them combined form up a team and produces an organ system, that is excretory system. So many types of systems are present in living organisms, like digestive system, respiratory system, reproductive system, excretory system. So all these systems together produces an organism. So like this, organization, structural organization is present both in plants and animals, but this organization is more complicated and more specialized in case of animals. Why? Because animals are more active when compared to plants. They consume more amount of energy, they have to perform so many activities. That's why their organization is more complicated and specialized. This reflects on their lifestyles, particularly feeding methods. So this organization, organs and organ systems organization, is reflecting their lifestyles, particularly on feeding methods. For example, see, in case of plants, there is no need to search for food materials. Simply they have chloroplasts in them, chloroplasts, organelles present in their cells. So by trapping solar energy, they can produce their own food materials. So there is no need to search for food materials. But in case of animals, animal cells do not have any chloroplasts. They cannot produce their own food materials. What they have to do, they have to search for their food material. They have to hunt their food material. Further, they need so much energy. So organization is more. For searching food material, for hunting food materials, they need well-developed muscular system. Well-developed nervous system is needed in case of animals. So this is what we are learning from this topic. So organization reflects on their lifestyles, particularly feeding methods. So based on their feeding methods, their organization is complicated. The difference in organ system design is based on their lifestyle as usual. So lifestyle, the organization, difference in organ system is also based on their lifestyle. For example, in case of animals, we will take so many different types of food materials. Okay, so much waste are produced in our blood. So in order to purify it, we have some special type of excretory system. We have kidneys, ureters, urinary bladder. So much process is there for removing waste materials from our body. But in case of plants, there are no such type of excretory organs in their body. They have simple excretory organs like stomata, which will remove extra waste, gases or water, isn't it? And also plants remove their waste materials just by producing fruits and dropping them. Just by producing waste materials, storing the waste materials in their leaves and drops them. So that is their simple lifestyle. So in case of animals, it is complicated. That's why they have an organ system for performing that function. Whereas in case of plants, that process is very, very simple. So that is about our topic. Are the plants and animals made of same type of tissues or not? No, they are not made up of same type of tissues. Why? Because their lifestyles are different. Their mode of living is different. So obviously the tissues structure also different. Okay, that is about our topic. I hope that you understand this topic. If you have any doubts, please ask me in comment section. If you feel that this video is useful to you, please like this video and share this video with your classmates. And for more videos, please subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Jai Hind.